Okay, I'm using 24 by 24 tile. So you want to use the LTF thin set for the large format tile mortar. Large format tile. You'll see that on the edge of the bag. And for bigger tile, use that stuff. I don't know what the difference is, but if it's on there for a reason. So you could ask the guy at the store, and he may know, he may not know. Some of them are really good and whoops, have done a lot of whatever department if they're in the electrical. Some of those guys are retired electricians and are very helpful, and some of them are just there for a part-time job or whatever. So anyways, give it a mix. All the instructions are right on the bag. Before I ruin it, here, I got two. So, clean, cold water. If you're mixing up a whole bag, which I wouldn't do, I usually do half bags, and then you have a nice fresh batch. Time it starts getting tight, you're done and ready to do a new mix. Add the water, give it about a 5-minute mix, then you let it sit, and then give it a remix, then you're ready to go. But it's important to let it set too, and make sure all the water absorbs into the molecules and fully saturated. Notice how I had water in the bottom of the bucket before I added the dry? Just like baking. Always add your powders to your liquid, not the liquids to the powder. Hey, wouldn't that be funny if, like, just randomly, like, pick different people to be on, like, baking challenge shows? Pick a concrete guy, pick an accountant. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. And that was pretty close. I had about 6 quarts, and I have maybe 2 left in here, and I'm almost to where I want it. And I have a little bit more than half of the bag in here too. That's about what we're looking for. A little bit thicker than pancake batter. Speaking of mixing, I should have got Emily's KitchenAid, and we could have whipped it up with that. And then when she saw it in the video, that'd be fun. I am the funny one of the family. set your timer. We'll let that set and then do a remix. So be kind of picky when you're prepping your site. Make sure there's nothing that's going to prevent that tile from seating down where it needs to be, nice and level. So a little bit of oozage, there's our word, came up. I just want to make sure that's not going to hold these tile up. Oh, this looks good. Making sure I was all bonded down, which it's too late now, but I am. So this tile was sitting right here, and I noticed there was a little tiny chip right here. I can feel it. So we'll save that for a wall cut and not put that in the center of the floor and have Emily make me tear it out. I think it took 4 tries to get this tile delivered. It kept showing up broken. Let me know those stories from you guys. How many deliveries are getting to you good, and the challenges it is. But it is nice home delivery with so many things. Okay, got my camera switched back and forth. I don't know when I was doing my talking, so Emily, you might have to work on this one a little bit. So I just went around with my flat edge and made sure we're all even top to bottom of the ridges. Everything is nice and full. Now you use the serrated portion of the trowel. You want to comb it all the same way. I'm just getting it on there for now. Okay. Now, talking to one of my friends, he said you do it the same way because you don't want to trap air underneath that tile. And if you... Now this air can't come out. Doesn't seem like there's that much air in there, but that's what he said. And he's good. So I'm taking his advice. I need a little bit more up here first. Holding the trowel about a 45-degree angle all the way up to my blue chalk line. I'll use this up here. I feel a little light there in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Okay, that looks better. why a bag doesn't go very far. The cement finisher in me wants to go around. Now with these bigger tile, go ahead and butter up the back side of the tile as well. I should have mixed the whole bag. Doing it on top of this waterproofing membrane really eats up a lot of thin set. Not right now. Okay, sorry about whipping my head around so much. This just feels a little bit high. But boy, let's spin this around to see if it'll work. So it does matter which way you put those in. That feels better. Okay. On my line. On the line. Okay. Okay, off to a good start. That's one bag of mortar. 6 feet by 6 feet minus one piece. So 36, almost 36 square feet per bag. I don't know if that's accurate. It seemed like it's pretty good. Key thing is nice and straight. Still on my line. Right to the doorway. Okay, I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, and I have to go seal 3 projects: a sidewalk, 2 sidewalks, 1 patio. So I'll be back here later today, and maybe we'll get 6 more done. 9 more done. Okay, so let's run through what I just did. Now that I have it laid out, that camera just shut off, so I don't know how much of that I got. So here's my start. 11 1/4 over. I'm sorry, 11 1/8 over. Somebody's having fun behind me. And 25 1/4 out. 25 1/4. Okay. So this is the corner where I'm measuring to. Now I came up 14 1/2 inches. My diagonal is 16. And you can see that it is 16. I came up 13 inches. And my diagonal is 17 1/2. Okay. So let's get that cut, and we'll see how close we are. Yeah. Okay, back to work. I should go get my dirt bike out. So just line this up, make sure you're on the line. And remember, I have about a 1/2 inch of play here on the wall. But I want to be as precise as I can. Now, if you've never seen one of these before, they're really slick. So I'm just following the line. So how I do it, and this is the 3rd time I've used this. I push down easy and score it. And I push down a little bit harder, and the last one I did about 3 scores. Safety glasses on. This is chipping. Nah, you don't want to get that in your eye. Now I'm pushing down all the way that it'll go. Now I put the foot right in the middle. This is what makes me nervous. Look at that. A perfect cut. A professional towel guy's probably sitting there laughing, like scores it, snaps it. I'll get there. This stuff is sharp. You should probably have gloves on. I'll get cut a couple times and then I'll put gloves on. And that's how we usually do it. But I thought this was pretty neat. I wanted to show you this. You know, you could use a wet saw on this as well. And some of those cuts I'm going to have to. Okay, I just walked in, turned the camera on. I didn't even test fit it yet. Let's find out together. Make sure these are under all the way. What do you think? Gonna fit? There we go. It's holding me up here. Oh, there's a nail sticking out right there. I think I can get under it. There we go. Okay, baseboard will definitely cover that. A little bit big here. Okay, I'll get my point cut. Long way to go. All right, everybody. So I am back here at this exposed aggregate job with Matt. My dad and I power washed this off yesterday, and it looks really, really nice. It's not too deep. It's a nice texture. You have some grip there, but it's not too deep that the aggregate's going to be falling out and crumbling out. So right now it looks really dull, really bland. We're going to throw some of our Sika Pro 350 clear guard on it, and that's going to really bring it to life. So we'll get it leaf blown off, sprayer fill it up, get it sealed. Guys, so there's the front sidewalk. We gave this 2 light coats, especially on exposed aggregate.
A lot of open pores underneath that aggregate, so it soaks that sealer in and it looks real blotchy after the first coat. So that's why it's important you do 2 light coats. If you put the first coat on too heavy, you run the risk of it getting real cloudy. It just doesn't look good. So first coat, put it on nice and light, it'll soak in and then looks blotchy. Wait for it to dry, you can mist it again with the second coat, and then it looks all nice and uniform like that. So there's that. We're gonna jump in the truck, head over to that rolled slate job we were working at the last few days, get that all sealed up and looking good for those guys, and we'll see you over there. All right guys, so back over here at this funeral home. Obviously it needs leaf blown off. We have some leaves hanging out there, but it looks really dull. Sealer's gonna go ahead and change that up real quick. So set the camera up on time lapse. Get the leaf blower out. Sprayer's already filled with sealer, and get sealing. All right, everybody, so there it is. We had to abandon ship there for a minute and go work at a different job site. We had a drip coming off that roof line we needed to let dry up. So came back, that's all good. This job's all sealed up. We even went ahead and put a light coat of our Sika First Seal on the broom concrete, help give that some extra protection since there will be cars driving on this stuff. So that is a wrap for these 2 jobs. Got this one colored and cut. I colored yesterday. There, yeah, with my dad. Me and Matt got this one sealed. We got the other exposed aggregate stuff all sealed up, so that's some high pressure in that sprayer. But yeah, this is good for car traffic in about 30 days. Foot traffic, both jobs are good tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for tuning back into an episode of Concrete with the Hosses. If you like what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.